My name is Sarosh. I work at the municipality of Copenhagen, and we are a partner in the ChangeKnow project. We are a testing partner, so we are testing in all three clusters. We're testing event systems for reusable takeaway packaging. We're testing the city system for reusable takeaway packaging, and we are testing at our schools, our institutional catering here in the municipality to see if we can transit into 100% reusable packaging there also. Well, I think it's important on different parameters. It's important on the environmental part of it, that we can reduce single-use packaging, we can reduce waste generation. We can also make our city more livable because there's not as much waste laying around in the streets. We can reduce the cost for taxpayers because we're reducing waste and they're basically paying for the waste management in the city. And we're also in the forefront of looking into new innovative systems that can inspire the rest of the world to do something similar to us. So we are mostly motivated by the environmental impact of it, but also to make Copenhagen more of a livable city than it already is. This is a very hard question to answer, to be honest, because when it comes to the current practices, basically it's all single use at the moment. So there is basically no current practice on reusable. But we have in the city of Copenhagen, we made it mandatory for events that have more than 2,000 servings a day, not to use single-use plastics. And that happened in 2019. So in 2019, we tried to push towards more reuse through this legislation. But the market hasn't changed a lot since then. We have some events in Copenhagen that reuses reusable packaging, but it can be argumented that it's not more sustainable than a single-use system, and it's also more costly than a single-use system. That's why we are going into this as a municipality to check if to analyze and test different things to see if we can actually support a more sustainable reusable system than there is out in the market today. And yeah, the challenges, there's a long list on challenges from legislation that's not backing reusable up for consumer behavior on the consumer side, but also behavior on the business side, from cafes, restaurants, etc. And also the incentive of it. There is basically no incentive in Denmark to go towards reuse. It's basically more work and cost more than single use. So there are a lot of barriers that we're looking into, but we are not focused on so much of the barriers on. We are more somewhat focused on testing a system and showing that it actually works, and then from there try to reduce all the barriers, because a lot of the barriers are also fiction at the moment, because there is no real reusable system out in the city. Yeah, so regarding this project, we are facilitating infrastructure in the city center for reusable packaging so that they can be returned and you can get your deposit back. We will have around 32 deposit sites in the old town of Copenhagen. We are also looking into helping events, like I mentioned before. We have this legislation that prohibits events from using single-use plastics. So we are looking into more innovative solutions towards events that can help them on the bottom line of environmental bottom line, but also the financial bottom line for them. So we are basically testing this free of charge, you can say, basically for the events. They're still paying for the packaging, but they're paying as much as they would if they had single use. So we're doing this to help them to establish better business models, and there are out there right now. And then towards the institutional part of it, that's more on in our backyard, you can say. We are controlling the whole value chain of it. And as of now, we've looked into how can we make the single-use packaging that we have right now more sustainable. It's made out of secondary production of sugar, so it's made out of biomaterials. but it's still single use. So we're looking into how can we actually reduce CO2 emissions from that, and also the cost, because inevitably it will be cheaper to reuse than to have single use. So we're looking into a business model there also to inspire other municipalities to adapt a model where we have more reuse. Yeah, how long did it take to develop this system? I don't think anyone can actually precisely answer that question, because we're not inventing the wheel per se. But I've been working on this for the last 3 years, and we'll still be working on this for the next 5, I think, at least. So and what system? Because we're testing different things. We don't have the golden snitch yet. So we're testing that system. It has taken us in the municipality of Copenhagen 3 years to get to this point, but we also learned a lot of the different experiences around in Europe, and how we are engaging the citizens and stakeholders. We are in constant dialogue with a lot of the stakeholders. We are out presenting our project, out presenting our initiatives, and the citizens, we will start to engage when the system is up and running. It will be up and running from the 1st of September 2025. But I'm not so concerned about the citizens per se at this moment, because we need to get market share. So we are more concerned on getting restaurants and cafes to join the system. There are a lot of risks. I think that the biggest one is probably competition. Like, can this system compete with single-use plastics or single-use packaging as of the system that is established right now, with the legislation that is out right now? I don't think this is a technical issue. I think the technical part of it we can solve fairly easily. But the financial part of it, because inevitably the system will be a little more expensive than a single-use system. The single-use system is also subsidized heavily. This system is not. So I think that the biggest problem will probably be scale and the financial backing of scaling the system. Implementing the system, I don't think anyone with an understanding of what's happening can actually say that they're implementing anything. We are testing different things, and eventually, in 10 years or so, we can start talking about implementation. The experiences that we can share with each other. We all come from different backgrounds, different experiences, also different legislation when it comes to the different cities. That's very interesting to see what are different cities doing with the framework that they have right now, legislation, political winds, all these different things, and to see which way is that the right way to go. Should we also go in those directions? So I think that like the whole experience exchange especially with legislation and framework is very interesting, but also you can say that this project also comes with some funds that can help us test different things in the different partners. So we through this project we can test in these 3 clusters that I mentioned before. But I think more than that, the sparring with the different actors in the consortium and learning from each other, I think it's very valuable in such a setup.